Hey everybody, welcome to episode 50 of Clear Shots. We have Brian on the show today. He was our first guest ever from the first episode of the show. Our format's going to change a little, like, maybe in a couple weeks. Just like the intro wise, it's just going to be a little different. Also, we have a little intro video. So like if you're watching on YouTube, when the theme music plays, we got a video for that. It's just, little clips of some of our episodes. And we also have a new graphic for the logo. So you're probably looking at that right now if you're on YouTube. But other than that, that's it. I want to say thanks to everybody who's listened for 49 other episodes. And here's to 50 more.
Don't give them clear shots. Don't give them clear shots. Don't give them clear shots. Don't give them clear shots.
That was pretty good timing, actually.
Thanks.
Not you, though.
Yeah, you were pretty off.
Oh. All right, what is up? Episode 50, we made it, dude.
Yep.
This is the last one, right?
You've made it.
This is our last one.
Somebody's going to be pissed. Or he's still waiting. He's like, when are you guys going to release my episode? I don't have the heart to tell him we deleted it because it was awful.
Yeah, it's all gone.
RIP!
Yeah. This really isn't the 50th. There's the lost episode.
See, that's what I said.
Well, yeah, but that one doesn't really count.
That one's lost.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's weird. Plus, the format that we use, we're like definitely over 100 episodes.
Yeah, that's
like,
true. That's very true.
It's just that they're in
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah.
So I talked to Steve Lastino, and he's gonna do a little intro thing for us.
Nice.
Which is pretty cool.
Very cool. Is it because I said nice things about him when Dave was on?
No,
No,
I don't think you listened to it, but
I did say a lot of nice things
That's
about
probably a good thing because you're like, I don't know you're a keyboardist at all. And you definitely do know.
No, actually, I didn't know he played keyboard. I don't think. Steve Lacerdo?
I didn't know he was in the band, but I didn't know anybody that was in the band.
Maybe I knew he did, but I didn't know he was playing like with anybody.
Up until we had Dave on the first time, I thought it was just like a solo thing Dave was doing. Like I had no idea.
No, that's no.
Yeah.
No, I knew Steve did. Like, Steve's pretty like wide in his. He's a jack of all trades,
Yeah, for sure.
Well, he's more like a Steve of all trades.
Yeah. Well, yeah. His name's not Jack, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be weird. If his name was Jack and he was also a jack of all trades, he'd also be a
right.
jack of all trades, a la his first name.
Huh. Yeah, you got a good point there, I guess.
That'd be the name of it.
All right, sunglasses guy.
Yeah, I'm the sunglasses guy now, so I didn't know if you guys noticed or not, but I have sunglasses on. So
Okay, Slash.
for those of you listening, I've got
Is
sunglasses
Slash?
on.
Has anyone ever seen Slash without his sunglasses?
Yeah.
I don't think I
It's
have.
concerning.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like I would be scared, like genuinely scared for him.
Yeah, it'd be like
And,
seeing
like-
Obama without skin or something. Like whenever you see Obama, he's always got skin. If you saw
Yeah,
without
it's weird.
skin,
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah, if you saw
It's
him without
weird
skin,
how you always see him with skin.
yeah, you never
Yeah,
see
they
him
always
peel
happen
that
to
off.
get him at the right time.
Yeah. Or I guess anybody without skin would be weird to see. Unless you always knew them without skin. But yeah, no, nobody's ever seen Slash with his sunglasses on.
That is a weird thing, though. Like, if you just see somebody exactly the same all the time, you just think that's how they look. Like,
It's like when you see
'cause, like,
coworkers.
it's like when someone gets a haircut, they look like a different fucking person sometimes. Like when we used to have long hair, and then all of a sudden we didn't.
Sean was
We were like, that's not the same guy.
Yeah.
Sean was the one that got me off guard the most.
Oh, with his hair?
When Krusty asked.
Yeah, he's a handsome boy.
Yeah, he is a handsome boy, but when he cut his hair, I didn't recognize him for like a couple seconds until he was like, "Hey, it's me, Sean." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right."
If I didn't know him before he had long hair, it would have been a different story. But like the fact that I did know him before is like, yeah.
I think it was just the shock.
Yeah,
It was just weird.
I think we already knew he was an ass, one way or another.
Yeah.
I just miss the long hair crusty ass where he would just wear like wind pants, like those yellow wind pants he would wear in middle school. That was like the crust. That was prime crusty ass.
Pretty much.
Those were the days.
Who else has shaved their head? Or cut their hair. That had long hair. I can't.
Pretty much everybody that used to have long hair, dude. Like who? You'd probably have a shorter list if you could think of the people who still have long hair.
Wes
Which is
the only-
Paulie and Wes.
Yeah, Wes and Paul
basically.
and Mark Berlin.
Yeah.
Unless we're talking about like the main circle.
Right. Because I mean, back in the day, it was like everybody.
I even
Jake
had
Reed
longer hair than I do now. Back in the day, I looked like that dude from the Chili Peppers.
Slash.
Flea.
Yeah, no, yeah. I looked like the bald guy.
You've had the reverse happen. You grew your hair since then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the way
Did
to
you
go.
used to have long hair?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember.
I feel like
it got
everybody.
to be like down here before I cut it.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was long. I mean, I never like. I kind of stopped. Mine stopped growing basically.
Yeah.
I was just like, you know what? I don't even care at this point. I'm not even gonna keep. It's like you could let it go, but it wouldn't do it. Just like my beard. My beard stops at a certain point, and then that's it. And I just trim it a little.
Maybe it's growing inward.
It could be.
Yeah, mine used to do that. Mine used to
like,
grow out. Like,
eventually, it's just gonna come through like my lip or something.
Yeah.
Like
You're just gonna have a mouthful of
it's
it.
gonna be coming out of my mouth.
up. Yeah. I remember in college, my beard was like Wolverine's, where I would comb it up and I would have like a gap on my butt chin. Remember that?
Right.
And then it would just be flow like here. It was like gigantic mutton chops.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with Wolverine, dude. I want to see Logan. I heard it was like okay.
I still
It
haven't
was
seen it
very
either.
good,
I haven't
actually.
seen it.
Somebody was talking about that recently.
Was it Bill?
I don't think so.
Maybe it was Z. Oh,
I haven't seen really any of the like X-Men movies at all.
I saw Days of Future Past in theaters. That was fucking sweet. I didn't see did I see Apocalypse?
I didn't even see the new Spider-Man movies.
I haven't watched like any of the Marvel movies basically.
No.
I've seen Deadpool 1.
Yeah.
That was like the
I saw
last
that
one.
one. I
First,
saw
Guardians.
Ant-Man. I think that's
Oh,
like
yeah.
where I
I
stopped.
saw the new Ant-Man, the whatever that one was called.
I haven't
Ant-Man,
seen that one.
And the Wasp.
I kind of watched it. We were at the drive-in for it, so it was like
Right.
it's the
We were
drive-in.
just getting head
So
the
you're
whole time.
necking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not. It's,
Yeah.
the drive-in's weird because even when you sit up close, you're still not really going to pay that
You were
much
just getting
attention.
gargled the whole time.
They have good pizza though. I'll tell you that. No, they. It's weird. Like the drive-in it's a cool thing to do still because it's like it's different. It's not the fucking movie theater,
No.
which is it's nice. I mean, it's a little more like there's no one like up in your grill either.
Yeah.
It's kind of like watching a movie at home, but you're watching it outside in a fucking
In your
field.
car. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I think I haven't done that in probably like 20 years.
I've
Yeah.
never been to a drive-in movie.
Yeah, I feel like the people that do it are regulars.
The people that go to the drive-in, yeah, exactly. They go all the fucking time.
But what's cool is you pay $8 and you could sit there all night and watch 3 movies
Yeah.
That's
because
fair.
there's
Like,
3.
Honestly, I want to, but it's just I never think about it.
I mean, it was only $8 or whatever.
It's $8 only.
And
they
if you
charge
go to
per
the fucking
person or
movie
per
theater,
car?
you pay $8 anyway.
Yeah.
More
$8
than that.
per car.
Yeah, I think so. Well, they're supposed to count how many people are in it, but
It's like
how the fuck are they gonna know?
for the price of 4 bags of Chesters,
Yeah, yeah,
$8 only.
Or you could just get the Chesters.
right. Well, you could do both if you really wanted to.
Either one's a good night.
Yeah.
And 6 hours of
See, they also can't really monitor who's bringing food in either. Like the movie theater, you can do that somewhat. I mean, you can sneak it
You
in,
bring
but
in like ribs or something, yeah.
yeah, you really could. You could bring like a platter of grilled.
You could go to
foods.
Ruby Tuesday, get a Ruby Tuesday to go, and then go and watch,
Yeah.
like, you
Yeah.
know, King Kong or something.
Yeah, and then 2 other films.
Yeah, like King Kong 2 and 3.
King Kong marathon weekend. At the
Or you could
drive-in.
watch like I would love it if the drive-in like did a block that was like Frozen.
Yeah.
And then like
It does seem to be like a kids movie, and then it goes by ratings usually. Like the later ones are the
R movies,
Yeah.
right? So they should do like Frozen, and then like a Serbian film, and then Miracle.
Like, or you could do like Frozen, Shining, and then The Thing,
Yeah.
and then it's all like a
Ice-based.
wintry theme.
Yeah, wintry theme. Yeah.
Yeah, I think kids
That
would
was
love
the thing
that.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Kids would be into that for
Or
sure.
you could do like Cannibal Holocaust
right.
3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Or you could do like Wally, and then 2001: A
Wall-E
Space
2.
Odyssey. And then
Wall-E
you
2
could
and
do,
Wall-E 3.
Event Horizon would be the third one.
Yeah, or Interstellar.
Yeah.
Do you think kids can handle that movie or no?
Interstellar.
Interstellar.
Is it like
Sure.
violent?
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, there's people definitely die,
Yeah.
Yeah, people.
But
but it's not like they. Show
It's not
people-
graphic.
Yeah,
Oh, I watched a couple movies this week.
really.
Yep.
You watched movies? Holy shit!
Yeah, I don't do that ever, so please tell me about it.
Have you seen The Departed?
Yeah.
Have you seen The
that's a good
Departed?
movie.
Oh, I love that movie. God fucking damn it. I haven't seen
Yep.
it in so long. Had it on
That's
DVD.
one with Marky Mark, right?
Yeah. And they're all in Boston. I just love it. It's just so quotable. It's great. The story's great. The pacing's great. Jack Nicholson's great.
Yep.
The ending is fucked.
I feel like just about everybody's in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's got Mark Wahlberg, Leo DiCaprio, Matt Damon,
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin, Martin Sheen, Jack Nicholson,
Martin Lawrence,
Anthony Anderson is in it.
Charlie Sheen.
And who is, you ever see The Conjuring?
Yeah.
Who is the medium? You know the medium that's in The Conjuring? I don't know what the actress's name is, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's Matt Damon's girlfriend in The Departed. And she's actually really good in that movie.
Yeah,
she's really
she
good
is.
in that movie.
Huh.
Yeah. It's a good movie, man. I think that's that's got to be one of the best movies Leo DiCaprio's ever been in, for show.
Yeah, I only really remember the ending because it was impactful as shit, and like that's really all. I've only watched it once.
Yeah, watch it again and you'll realize how fucking much crazy, like there's crazier shit somehow. I mean,
Right.
obviously not crazier than the ending, I guess is what I should. But there's crazy shit that happens that you just forget about because the ending is that much crazier.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's fucking insane. There's so many like holy shit moments in that movie and they're like every 20, 30 minutes. You're like, there's no way that this scene is going to be better than the one before it. And then it is. And then it keeps going and going. And then the ending happens and you're like pissed.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the very end, you feel pretty good.
The very end is great. Yeah, you feel
Yeah.
real
The
good.
very
Yep.
end. Yeah.
At the very, very end,
those-
when the credits roll.
Well, I don't want to. I guess we could spoil
We
it.
don't have to spoil it.
We don't have to spoil it. We've all seen it.
Well, I want to just talk
Yeah, but-
about that one part.
I mean, we don't have to talk about that one
All
part.
right,
It's a
well, we'll
spoiler.
gloss over it.
On the break.
I mean,
break.
there's a lot of people that die. Let's say that much.
Well, when the final guy comes back
The
and
last
kills
guy.
the guy,
I feel like we've already spoiled this on this show.
did
Haven't
we?
I feel like we have.
Didn't we? Oh, I think we talked about it when Swamp was on it. When Swamp was on,
Maybe.
where we were talking
I
about.
feel like we've spoiled most
we were talking
things.
about Leonardo
I feel
DiCaprio.
like we've spoiled most things on this
Well,
show.
basically, when Mark Wahlberg kills that one guy at the end, he comes home and he opens his apartment door. Mark Wahlberg is sitting in his kitchen, and he's like, "All right, whatever," and then he shoots him in the face.
Yeah.
That's the best scene in the whole movie. That's just
It's like
busting a
paper
nut.
towels. Paper towels.
You need your paper towels.
Oh shit.
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe go fuck yourself.
Who was that guy that did that? He did it for he was like the opener for fucking Callan or somebody. They were doing a routine. They did like a Mark Wahlberg impression.
Yeah. The guy that came out and he was speaking like he was Cuban.
Yeah.
The guy was really good.
Oh yeah,
He
he
was
pretended
pretty
he was
good.
Cuban the whole fucking time, and then halfway through he started talking normal, right?
He's like, you guys know this isn't my real accent.
No, wasn't
right?
he talking? Was he talking Cuban or was he talking like Middle Eastern?
It's Cuban.
He
It's
Cuban?
definitely not American.
Yeah.
Let's say that much.
And then he was like, what did he was talking about how like as soon as he switched his accent, everybody eased up or something. he's like that old table over there got way more comfortable when I started talking normal. We got to go to the Funny Bone because Josh Blue is coming and I can't miss him again.
Josh Blue is awesome.
I cannot miss him again. We already missed him last year by like a whole
yeah,
week,
he
by
did
like
go up there last
a
year.
whole week. I think he was the week before Callan, and I thought that he was the same night.
No, there's no way they could do that.
No.
They would definitely spread them out.
Yep.
But yeah, so I want to see Josh Blue for sure, dude. Josh Blue's great.
Yeah.
And Tracy Morgan is going to be on there up at the Funny Bone,
Shit.
which is crazy. I didn't even know he did stand up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course he does. Tracy. It's kind of a funny name for a man, right?
Just like Lindsay.
Eh.
I always think it's weird because every time I see Tracy Chapman, I feel like she's a man. You know, she just kind of looks like a man.
It's because
like-
she's got a
It's
man's
because she has
name.
Tracy. Yeah, she's a Tracy.
Who's Tracy Chapman?
Fast car, dude. You ever hear that song?
No.
You never heard Fast Car? That's the only song she's ever done. Essentially, you would know it if you heard it.
How's it go?
Probably. It's like really 90s. It's like really 80s.
I think it's even older than that.
Is it? It might be, right? It might be like late 70s. We'll have to show you the song.
Oh, I
Yeah.
started listening to the Rolling Stones too.
That's a mistake.
Yeah.
Not bad. A few of their songs
Yeah.
are good. I downloaded
Yeah,
their great. I mean, I got their greatest hits. I'm not gonna be a fucking. I'm not gonna go
Right.
through their discography.
Yeah, those are the best hits.
Yeah.
You know, those are the greatest ones.
I mean, really, the only song that I like is "Gimme Shelter." That's the only one that I've listened to more than once.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
Yeah, there's some of those bands I can't I just can't get into. Like The Who and like
Yeah.
some of those fucking
The Who
big name
and
bands.
I can't like the Beatles. I like about 7 or 8 of their songs. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah. I like the Beatles, but like I feel like I'm not gonna sit there and jam out to the Beatles all day.
No,
like
right.
if I'm listening to the Beatles, there's a song that I wanted to hear by
right.
the Beatles.
Grateful Dead, I'm like that with too. I
can't get into
I can't
any
sit
of
there and listen to Grateful
No,
Dead.
I don't really like Grateful Dead. I think there's like one song I ever even listened to by Grateful Dead.
I was hanging out with Graham and his dad was watching like a Grateful Dead like live show, and we hung out and we were listening to it, and it's good music to talk over.
Yeah, it's good music to not listen to.
Yeah.
It's a jam band, so
Yeah.
they're just gonna like fuck around for
Right. It's
20
like
minutes.
it's like if you're listening to Fish or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're not actually paying attention, and most likely you're super high because that's the only people that listen to it.
Is Steve Miller Band a jam band?
I would say so, but I
A
feel
little
like
bit.
they're more composed.
Yeah.
And Dave Matthews Band is a jam band, isn't it, or no?
Yeah,
Yes.
They're also more composed. Do
I
you
would
like Dave
say so.
Matthews Band?
but I like them a lot.
You
I
like them?
think they
I think you were the one that got me to start listening to them. I think because
Could
I have like 2 of their albums on my phone. They're not.
I'm
that
not
bad.
a huge fan, but I think he's a good songwriter. I just don't know that I like his sound.
Like, the funny thing about Dave Matthews Band is he is the worst part of it.
Yeah, and it's named after him.
Yep.
Kind of like Pink Floyd.
Like, the rest of the band, super talented dudes. But, like, Dave, it's like, he's a pretty good guitarist, and he can sing.
Yeah, but he's the front man,
he's
so you
not
gotta call
like-
it that. Well, shouldn't it be the Dave Matthews Band or Dave Matthews' band? Like one or the other.
If it was the latter, that'd be hilarious. It'd be like, and now presenting the headliner, Dave Matthews' band.
Dave Matthews.
The Dave Matthews' band.
It's like the Ohio State University.
Yeah,
It's like
it's kind of weird.
Steve Miller's band.
The Steve Miller's band.
Roger Waters' band with 3 guys that fucking hate him.
That's actually like most bands.
That's true.
Yeah.
Especially Fleetwood Mac.
I feel like anytime you name your band after yourself, like if you're a front man for a band, I feel like you're just gonna end up getting shit.
Yeah,
because like
there
you're
are-
gonna
yeah,
get
that's
most of the
actually a good
credit.
point. There are a lot of bands that are like that. They all hate each other.
Oh,
The
man.
Eagles is a big one.
What
Right,
was
it's named after that guy, the Eagle.
yeah?
Well, no, I didn't know we were doing just bands named after dudes.
Like that one. Remember that one show that we played, and it was like Sean Fleming or something, and that was the name they were going under, but it was a full band. And so we're like Sean and the Flemings, and then like he overheard us saying that and gave us the shittiest look.
I feel like a lot of times
That was
it's, like,
constant when we were doing that,
playing with
stuff.
other bands.
Yeah,
What? Just getting shitty looks from people?
No, it was
because we
just 'cause
made fun of their band names.
We'd
constantly.
we'd always just have to crack jokes about it, and not quietly.
Yeah. And it was never like
Subtle.
us trying to be insulting, but
Yeah,
it was
no.
just that's our sense of humor,
Yeah.
and no one else gets it.
We were just riffing about people. Really, is all we were doing.
Like
That's-
Stacy Whitesweet absolutely loved that we did that
Yeah.
because they're like, we do this all the time.
But that's why we liked them so much.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
It's because they actually understood that.
The Stacy
Yep.
White Suite is a good. That's a good band name.
They're a
and
good.
It's a good band.
They're a good band. I mean,
yeah.
They're all wicked cool dudes too. They're fucking
Yep.
wicked awesome guys.
Yeah.
I remember.
I don't know if they're doing anything anymore. Are they? They got.
I
Maybe
think they are,
Maybe they
but-
do. But what's his face left? Didn't he?
yeah.
It
Yep,
wasn't
Brian
Gianna,
left.
was it? Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Is it Gianna is the bassist? Gianna?
Yeah.
He's cool. I remember one of the shows we went to where we saw them. I think it was one of the Harbor Fest shows they went to. He remembered me from, he's like, "You're the guy, I share all your memes on Facebook." And then he hung out with me and it was cool. I was famous for a
I
little
thought
bit.
that they really
Your
could've
sunglasses guy.
Yeah, you're Jake's Jones.
Been, hey, you're Slash. I really felt like they could have gone somewhere. Like I felt like, but also the time period is different. Like that style of music could have gone over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like it was really big, like Taking Back Sunday and shit like that.
And Emery and
Yeah.
all those.
And they would have been big back then
Thriving
for
Ivory.
sure.
Yep.
I still think that they would be pretty big, and their shit
Yeah.
is like radio playable, and
For sure.
yeah, I think they were a good band.
It kind of makes me think of Greta Van Fleet. Do you think the only reason they got a lot of attention is because the singer sounds just like Robert Plant?
For sure, that's the main reason. But they also like I also feel like rock needs to come back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like some people
that.
want
I
that.
was talking to a coworker about that, about how rock is kind of a niche
Yeah,
market
and it never
nowadays.
used to be really. No,
No.
it used to be top charts. Like that used to be the shit, especially in the 80s. And that's where you get. That's the thing. That's why we don't seem to find a ton of good rock bands, is because it's not what everybody's shooting for right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like back then there was competition. Like you had AC/DC and Zeppelin and fucking Metallica. Like fucking
Yep.
Jesus Christ. It's like those bands are legendary now. So it's like you can do that, but it's like nowadays if you're shooting for top charts, you're shooting for fucking
Yeah, like
some stupid bullshit.
if you're attempting rock now, it's like you're doing like
You're a
the
rebel.
like K-rock, butt rock sort of
Yes, yeah.
like bullshit.
Yeah, like a Disturbed.
Or well, like Disturbed is great,
Disturbed is
but
good,
like you can't be Disturbed.
yeah.
No,
Right.
no, that's exactly.
And then otherwise, like you're doing like the like really electronic influenced pop heavy sort of like Imagine Dragons shit
Mm-hmm.
that like no one actually enjoys.
No, I don't understand it. I don't understand Imagine Dragons. I had to
Yeah,
take my sunglasses off for Imagine Dragons. I don't want to.
Oh shit, you look totally different.
I know, right? It's really
Um,
bright in here.
there's a
You look like Slash, dude.
Yeah,
You look like Slash without his sunglasses.
I wanted to say that.
I don't know. I find that it's weird that there's such a market for electronic music. You know, it doesn't appeal to some. I think it's just because I've been a musician.
Right.
I think that is what it really comes down to. I think people that have never played instruments, they tend to be more drawn towards that shit because they don't really care about appreciating the actual
Right.
musicianship.
Yeah, a lot of people I know that play guitar or were in a band, they all listen to rock of some sort, but then all the people I know that have never touched an instrument, or people I know that just play drums, they listen. I think it really depends on what your ears are tailored to.
Also, what you play.
Yeah.
I mean, you like. There's a lot of drummers that just like listen to jazz or some shit. Mm-hmm. Like it's like you can. I feel like with guitar, it's definitely a rock based instrument. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like that's what made rock.
And blues and
like with the electric guitar in general.
Like I like rap a lot. But I think I like rap so much because there's so much of it to digest, or not digest. There's just so much of it to consume.
And rap is a vocal performance more than anything.
Yeah, and it's just easier to listen to. I don't have to sit down and focus on a rap album, for most rap.
Right.
There's like generally not technique. More than like 2 or 3 things going on at once.
Yeah.
Right.
Where
I feel like with rap, it's a lot of lyricism. So, like, I like to be focused on what the lyrics are. Like, if I'm going to listen to rap, I don't usually just want to listen to it. Like, I usually want to read the lyrics with it.
Yeah, like, you liked Aesop Rock, right? I showed you him.
Yeah. He's really like Immortal Technique or something, you're going to listen. You're going to want to read the lyrics. He's telling a story. And I think that's the difference. It's like, there's a lot of mindless hip-hop out there. And it's just about bitches and alcohol and fucking money.
See, like that's what I like. I like the Suicide Boys, but they fall into that same demographic where it's like edgy, culture.
Well, you got to talk about your grills.
But their music videos are cool. You got to talk. I like their music videos. They're fun. I don't know. They're like it's like if Tim and Eric were like drug addict rappers. That's what their music videos look like. They're like so low budget, like low quality.
I just think
edgy for the sake of edge.
It's like black metal culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's people go overboard with everything, really. Like, I feel like that's what happened with rap is they'd start getting, like, these fucking grills and going, like, getting all this jewelry and shit just to grab eyes. And it worked. And now that becomes, like, the mainstream thing. So, like, I feel like with rock that also happened. Like, people started playing metal and started getting faster and faster and more intense with death metal. And I feel like people just wanted to grab eyes with how fast they were playing.
Mm-hmm. And how long their hair got.
And and how they could windmill and shit. Yeah.
Or like how much
spikes
they could wear.
There's something special about 80s hair metal. Like I'll never get over that. Yep. Like there's something that grabs me about 80s like glam metal.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking just awesome. Like there's something like they're so careless that they're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna dress like a girl and go sing in a fucking falsetto voice and just fucking kill it and still be a fucking hard ass motherfucker.
What I liked about
like Skid Row, Skid Row was fucking amazing. Sebastian Bach is the fucking man,
and he loves trains.
Yeah, and he loves trains.
What I like about hair metal is just that they were all characters.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I thought was
like
cool.
Like Motley Crue.
Like a lot of artists nowadays they don't want to separate the art from themselves, which is fine. But what I like about a lot of certain artists is that they have like their music persona that they perform as, and then they have their regular selves. That sort of like Marilyn Manson. You can see Marilyn Manson and be like, that guy's fucking crazy, but then you see him without the makeup on, and he's like a really soft spoken, quiet. Gentle dude.
I mean, there's a bad side to 80s glam metal too. Like you got guys like
Jimmy Page, fucking
yeah. That's a throwback.
Children. That's episode 1.
Is it
episode 1 throwback?
Yeah,
Jimmy Page, he's fucking back. Hide your daughter or don't. Doesn't matter. You'll find her.
I don't know. Like,
he's got cigarettes.
Like I never got. I was listening to Guns N' Roses the other day, and I was like, you know what? I don't know. I feel like they have a couple good songs, but I don't get the appeal of like a lot of their shit. Like it wasn't that great. Like I like Slash. I think he's a good guitar player. I think the way he incorporates blues into that rock music is really good.
Right.
But I don't know about their songwriting. And I think Welcome to the Jungle is like an okay song. It's weird because like you listen to it now and you're like, okay, this is a like legendary song. Like it's cool and shit, but
like instrumentally, it's a great song.
Yeah,
I feel
but
like
there's parts where you're like, what are they thinking here? Like, what is this? And like Sweet Child of Mine, they didn't even like Sweet Child of Mine. Like they really didn't like that song.
It was
and the thing was, that was like one of their biggest songs ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they hated it
Like,
because it was like a fucking, it was a love song basically.
Well, it was
It wasn't like everything else they do.
no, and it was Slash was like fucking around. And
Right.
I can't remember if he was either wicked drunk or wicked high or both, and he turned down the tone off on his amp and on his guitar and was just playing a scale.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it sounds so jarring, where it's like just
Well, when
no-
you listen to Slash talk about a lot of his shit, it's like he really just diddles around and fucking
Yeah.
finds something. Like it's not like he sits down and like writes something. He just plays
Right.
until he finds something cool, and then he's like,
he's
well,
not a composer,
right.
but
I don't know. I really like Guns N' Roses, but I don't know what I like about them. I think it's because they were like a bridge between hair metal and grunge,
Yeah.
kind of.
and because they were rock stars in the mid to late '80s, but they weren't like Motley Crue or Skid Row. They were kind of, I don't know. They were just
Well, there was a lot of issues with like them not wanting to show up at shows and shit.
yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it was primarily, it wasn't necessarily Slash so much as it
The whole
was.
band was really fucking dysfunctional. That's why they were only around
Yeah.
for a few
Well,
years.
Axl Rose was
It was primarily Axl Rose.
a
Like,
piece of work. Yeah,
like he would not show up to shows just because.
but like they're doing shows now still.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there was a lot of times where he'd cancel shows just because he didn't want to be there, or he was like drinking a lot the night before. He'd just be like, "Hey," and I heard a lot of stories about guys who like from other bands that would play with him that would be like, "Well, we got pushed back like a half hour to an hour just because Axl Rose didn't want to show up on
Yep.
time."
yep,
And it's like, well, at that point, it's like, yes, you kind of have to cater to Axl Rose in a way because you want Guns N' Roses to play.
yep,
And he probably knew that. He totally knew
He
that.
knew that for sure.
yeah.
I want people to be able to see my shades even though I'm not wearing them. That way they know I'm still the sunglasses guy.
Fair enough.
Yeah. We got to see those shades. Your whole rig is a mess over there right now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
It's sunglasses and a fucking a vape.
baby bottle pop.
Yeah. That's been here for like 4 weeks.
Yeah, I bought it the other day.
4 weeks. Bought it the other day.
Like 3 weeks
He
ago.
bought it the other month and it's still got half of it.
So really, it's been here for months, and he just decided to buy it from you the other day.
Yeah.
He's like, "That's just been sitting around. I'm gonna buy it off you."
Yeah. I'm just like almost like I haven't eaten anything with like pure sugar in so long that I'm almost scared to eat it because I'd be like, this is gross. Like I had a Baja Blast of a Taco Bell like a couple weeks back, and I was like, you know what? I don't know if I like this.
I don't like soda at all anymore.
Yeah. Like I feel like once you stop eating sugar or drinking soda in general, you kind of like don't want it anymore. The carbonation kind of like
Yep.
fucks with you.
I actually started drinking that LaCrosse sparkling water stuff. You ever have that?
Seltzer.
Is that what it is? Seltzer
Yeah,
water?
it's seltzer.
It's good. It's really good. I got the black raspberry.
They're I think it's like a coconut one. It's actually really good.
I need that. I love coconut water. Well, you know.
My brother's big on the whole seltzer thing because he's doing like the whole like ketogenic diet sort of thing.
Yeah. How's that going for him? Because it gets rough if you don't fuck it up, you're fine. That's
Yeah.
all.
He's really good about it. So, like, it's working well for him. He's losing a lot of weight.
does
But the
do
thing
that.
is that if you get off of it and you bounce back, you're gonna put on weight quickly. Again,
Yes.
you're gonna like fuck up your hormones a lot.
It fucks with
Switching
a lot of
between
shit.
like the ketones and then like actually like just processing glucose like
Yeah.
normal. So like you're creating a larger risk of like diabetes.
I mean, your body literally switches over into
Yeah.
a different fucking mode.
Yeah, your body starts producing new chemicals
Yeah.
because you're not eating carbohydrates.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. I mean, how do you... It's kind of odd to even come up with that concept.
Well,
You're like, you know what, fuck it,
puts
let's
your
just...
body into like survival mode, basically, doesn't it? For lack of a better term. Or, like,
Not exactly. It's like
fat burning mode.
well,
basically, it is
basically
what
because you're not processing carbohydrates, so the only energy that you're bringing in is from fat.
Right.
But like if you look at like diets that are like exist in like like more Arctic sort of climates, like no one's like planting wheat up there. You're not eating like bread and corn.
It depends on...
So your diet's going to be like like salmon and like game meats. So it's like that type of lifestyle is more inclined to have like a ketogenic diet.
Yeah. Just
And,
naturally. Basically.
Like, who would have thought that like those people, it's just like, oh, that's what we're going to do for our sort of like healthy bodies down here.
I feel like you're very limited in
They're
what
not
you
like
can
the
eat, though.
prime sort of.
Well, what does he usually eat? Like, that's what I feel. I feel like that's part of the issue is you're very limited in what you can and can't eat. I feel like that's what, and especially if you get knocked out of ketosis, then you feel like shit and you have to get back into it.
Yep.
It's like it's kind of a weird situation. I feel like there's other ways to go about losing weight. you know?
For sure.
Like Seco diet.
Like I did a ketogenic diet for a while. One that's called Carb Night. So basically like after you've done it for like 2 weeks or so, like once a week you can start doing like what's called a carb night, where you just for one night, like a couple hours before you go to bed, you can eat a bunch of carbs and it's not going to kick you out of ketosis because it's in such a short period of time. And then like you just sort of go back to doing the ketogenic diet after that. But like so like when you want to splurge and have something, you can do it just like once a week, as long as it's like spread out far enough from the previous one.
Right.
And like the book was making such ridiculous claims about it, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go all out. So I ended up eating like basically
I remember this.
a full pizza and 2 dozen donuts in one sitting.
Jesus.
And like
I don't think I
I'd only
could eat
put
all
a
that.
pound back on the next morning because I probably just hadn't
You probably
shit
just
yet.
you
And
ate
then,
pretty much
like-
a pound of fucking
But
food.
I continued to lose, but I couldn't keep up the whole like keto thing.
It's really the bottom line is just fucking eat shit that doesn't have like a ton of fucking sugar and
Trans fats.
yeah, you don't want sodium. Like I feel like you could just eat shit that's eat chicken and shit, like lean shit, and you're fine.
Yeah.
And don't eat fucking big portions. And within a couple weeks, you'll
that's
fucking
my-
see
that's
results.
my problem.
It's like calorie in,
Portions.
calorie out. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if there's food in front of me, I just go to it.
Yeah. See, I took 2 weeks and like ate very like small portions, and I lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's very easy. It's easier than you think, really.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Right.
more of a willpower thing is what it really comes down to.
And you drink a lot of water too.
Drinking water is fucking huge.
Because your body doesn't know. You don't know whether you're hungry or thirsty sometimes.
Yes. Also, if you just drink water, it suppresses your appetite a lot.
Right.
And then it's like if you do get hungry, it's like eat a fruit salad or something.
Yeah,
Just
or
to
like
knock
a-
it out for an hour
Like a
or
granola
whatever.
bar or my when I was trying to lose all that weight last year, the big thing was just like snacking on nuts.
Mhm.
You know.
Also,
almonds.
burning calories always helps. Like
Yeah,
all-
walking everywhere. Like, because
yeah.
I walk everywhere, so
Right.
that helps. Like, I think everybody gains weight in the winter, but I end up shedding. But every time the weather gets nice enough for me to walk everywhere, within like the first week, I shed like 10 pounds because I'm just fucking walking.
I mean, that's why it's nice to have like
Well,
just
probably not 10
any
pounds
like
in a
an
week. That'd be fucked up, but you know what I mean.
right.
Yeah.
It's nice to have an elliptical or a treadmill or like an exercise bike or something just
Yep.
to burn something. And even if you do it at like every day for even a half hour, you're still burning something off.
Right. I'm
And
trying to
fuck
get
it, you
back
can just
into the
watch
gym
fucking
again.
Netflix or something while you do it, you know?
Yeah. That's what my dad does. My dad will turn on like NFL Network, or he'll go and just like rewatch Cowboys games while he works out.
It's like when I'm on the bike and I watch something on my phone, it's like I almost forget that I'm on the bike doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really think about it.
Yeah,
It just ends up happening.
Mm-hmm. Like if I ever walk to Wes's, which I do probably half the time when he like during the summer.
Yeah.
I find if I throw on a podcast, that's
Yes.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, see
Like,
that's
it.
I feel like people who can work and listen to podcasts, they go through their day faster for sure.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like if you're listening to a 3-hour Rogan or something,
Yeah.
it's killing half of your day right there.
I do audiobooks while I'm at work.
Audiobooks, yeah, that's
So,
great
like-
too. I mean, those definitely pass the time because especially if your work is somewhat mindless, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like if I'm washing dishes and there's not a lot going
Right.
on.
That's when it sucks that you can't really listen to anything.
Yeah.
I guess you could some
If,
places.
like if there's
but-
people cooking and it's gonna be fucking loud and people talking and stuff, then it sucks. But if it's like a slow day
yeah.
Yep.
and I can turn on, because I'm always listening to music, but if it's slow enough, I can throw on like a Sleepy Cabin podcast, which is like an hour and 20 minutes. Get off my lunch break at 1, and then work from till 2:30. By the time the episode's over, I'm out.
Mm-hmm. See, I listen to too many podcasts is the problem. Like I'm addicted to too many different ones. So
Yeah.
like I have to listen to their newest episodes, and that takes a lot of time. So
Yep.
like I get a lot less music listening time than I used to, which usually comes on the weekend because a lot of them don't post on the weekend. So by the
Yeah.
time the weekend's here, I'm caught up on everything.
Yep.
So I can just play Spotify and do whatever the fuck needs to happen.
Yeah.
I don't even pay for Spotify Premium anymore. I just listen to fucking the
Right.
free version and just let it scramble it.
I just like I binge certain podcasts. It's
Yeah.
just like I'll have like a period where I'll just be listening to one thing,
Right.
and then I'll find something else. I tend not to like just keep up with the newest, with the exception of like Critical Role.
Yeah,
I'm-
clear shots.
Well,
He's like, nah, I don't listen to this.
He doesn't.
it depends. There's some
thing is-
episodes where I'm like, yeah, I want to see what this person has to say.
Yeah,
But like some of the people you guys have on, I have no idea who they are.
You don't
So
know
it's
them,
like
yeah.
I'm not gonna bother.
yeah.
Oh, I can totally.
Well, that's how you get to
I
know
totally
him.
know who he's talking about.
That's how you
too.
get to know him, dude.
He doesn't know Bill at all.
Yeah, who's
Yeah.
Bill?
Yeah, I don't. Fuck that.
You mean you mean Ill Bill?
Whoever that guy is.
The
Oh,
Dr. D?
Like with the
Fucking
the,
love Bill.
the Sleepy Cabin podcast, I haven't even. They have 2 seasons. They have 30 episodes in each season,
Mm.
and each one's about an hour and a half.
See,
2
that's
hours
part of the problem with Critical Role is like, I know that I would like it, and I do when I watch it, but I don't want to sit there and be like, oh my god, there's 3+ hours of and it for the even starting campaign 2. Like I would have had to jump in right on the start of campaign 2. I felt like,
Yeah.
I mean, I
showed you it right then.
yeah,
So
yeah, and that's the thing. I would have had to start watching right then and there.
I got I got a couple of my coworkers into watching it.
It's really good when you even. I mean, I guess you don't really have to start at the beginning of the campaign. Like
No.
you can get the characters' ideas,
Right.
And because they've been playing for so long, you get how fleshed out how thought out their characters are.
Right.
Like you can be like, oh shit, like Not is like a really well thought out character. Like Jester is a really good character.
Yeah.
And she's thought it out very well, and she knows how to play it.
Yep.
And because of that, it's an entertaining thing to watch. Whereas, like, if you're just a fucking first time player like us, it's like we don't really know how to play our characters.
Right.
So it's like you definitely can get into it even if you don't start right off on the first fucking episode.
Yeah,
it's
like,
nice to though.
I hadn't played D&D at all before I started watching them.
Right.
And I jumped in at episodes like 76 of their first campaign.
yeah.
And it's just like, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but like, I was depressed and I needed something new to like, distract me from being depressed. And like, somehow I stumbled across that and I was like, they're fucking fighting dragons. This is crazy shit. And I'm like,
Yeah, I think
I guess I'm gonna watch the next 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Because like they're already, out to that many.
I
at
think
that
the
point.
thing is Matt Mercer is such a good DM, and
Yeah.
he's very good at remembering things and telling a story well.
Yep.
And also doing the characters at the same time. But I think because of that,
that's what I'm striving for.
Yeah. Well, I think he's primarily brought D&D into that forefront.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's definitely been responsible for making it as popular as it is now.
Right now, yeah.
It's like it's definitely gained in popularity over the last couple of years.
Yep.
And I think it's primarily because of him. Really.
Yeah.
I think
Definitely
you could give
plays
him
a big role of it anyway.
Yeah. I think you could give him a lot of credit.
Yeah, he plays a critical role
He does play
in the popularity boost.
God damn it, that was so
The
bad.
first words I've said in 5 minutes
Yep.
is a pun. Fuckers.
Yeah, you were just waiting for one,
I
dude.
was.
Yep.
Well, I was gonna say just to like.
Well, you need to actually like listen to an episode.
I'm not doing it.
I would.
I'm not doing it. I just.
Pretty often.
I would say you're better off.
I've tried a few times. The clips you show me are cool, but I just don't have.
You're better. Well, yeah. The thing is, just it's almost like you have to get over the fence of just watching it, like making yourself watch it. And if you do, you're gonna get into it. Because I know I would definitely get into it. It's just like I almost would want to watch it instead of listen to it.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is weird because it's not really anything that fucking gripping visually.
But like seeing the actual like interactions on their faces when
Yes.
they're like in character responding to another character's like thing.
Yes, it's because they play their characters
yeah.
well. But they're also voice actors and things like that.
Right.
Like what she's been on. She was Kid Trunks in Dragon Ball Z, the one who plays Jester.
Yep.
What's his face used to do Donatello for Ninja Turtles.
Sam Riegel.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like like they've all got resumes.
Yeah. Huge.
See,
So
I like Harmon Quest, but it's because it's animated.
I mean, Matt Mercer was in Destiny too.
Yeah.
I need something to draw me to it. I'd probably throw it on to listen to it while I do stuff, but I also wouldn't be focusing as hard.
That's the thing is like you kind of do have to.
focus.
That's why I say you almost would. You're almost better off watching it.
But that's what I was gonna say with Sleepy Cabin. Even though I've been listening to it for the past 5 years since they've been out, I listen to it while I do stuff. So there's episodes that I've listened to. Like I said, the first season is 30 episodes, and they have like a dozen lost episodes that they never really did anything with. But I can play the same ones over and over and focus.
See, there's ones that you have to watch, like Tom Segura's podcast. You have to watch because they play a lot of videos and they make fun of the videos. The new King and Sting with fucking Brendan and Theo. You have to watch it. It's formatted like Tosh.0 or something, where you watch videos and make fun of pictures and shit. This, at least, we don't pull up videos that much. We're just talking straight.
Yeah.
And I think that is something you can listen to in the background. Those kind of like Joe Rogan. They don't pull up a lot of shit, but
and when they do, they describe it.
yes, and he does a good job of being like, for those who are listening, this is this and this and this.
Yep.
And that's important, really. I feel like that's something that you gotta really do. And I feel like we don't do that, but we also don't pull shit up all the time. We're also not like Jamie, fucking pull that shit up.
But yeah, I was gonna say I've only listened to the first season, even though I've been listening to it for the past 5 years. But the fact that there's so much going on, and they're always doing hypotheticals and little bits and stuff throughout.
Right.
It's an hour and a half, 2 hours an episode, so it's easy to just forget about it. and not
They're
listen to
also
it. It's also 3 or 4 people at a time.
that's what I can't get into.
yeah.
But also the fact that it's so nonsensical is what makes it so you don't have to pay attention.
Yeah, but that's what I really like about it. I
You know,
think is that
that's
and
that's the
there's-
difference too. Is with Rogan, if he has somebody on who's philosophical or fucking scientific, you kind of have to pay attention to grasp what they're saying.
And I like, at least with, because I've been listening to Sleepycast and I've been watching all their videos when they used to do animated videos on Newgrounds all the time. You kind of know what each one's going to bring to the table. So you can look at their episode list and be like, oh, this episode's going to have Jeff and Corey and Chris and Zach. Like
They just have like a rotating cast.
Yeah, there's 8 people, and they swap in and out. The most they've done, I think in one episode they had like 7 people in and out the whole time because they were like they had the studio and then they had a party going on in the house. So they
It just gets crazy.
They would
for
put
me.
a light on and have people swap out.
Like I don't even like having people walking into this room when we're doing this.
Yeah.
Like it seems distracting not only for us but also for who's listening or watching.
Two of the guys from Critical Role, Liam and Sam, they had a podcast before they ever did Critical Role. And they've sort of brought it back recently. And like basically like what they do is like they just sort of like have like a chat at the beginning and then they end up like going out and doing something and they have it like recorded. So it's like one of the ones that you have to watch or whatever. And so like they would just do all this like weird sort of stuff. Like they did goat yoga in one of the episodes. Like they did like this like fire spinning thing. So it's all just like them just being goofs and trying out new weird shit.
Yeah. Like Flargan.
And like the last episode that they did of like their first like season or whatever of it, like they basically had like a ton of people like get together for it and they recorded it in a hot tub and it was legitimately unwatchable because it's like you can't hear shit because there's no way that you can actually record that properly.
You would have to room mic basically.
Yeah. And then like you're just hearing the water jets.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even with like a lapel mic or something, you'd still pick all that shit up.
Yep.
And you
Like,
don't have a lapel.
I liked every other episode that they had leading up to that point, but it's like, oh my god. How did they think that would be a good idea?
Yeah. Yeah, we should do like a pool cast or something, in the summer.
We should do a podcast.
Still gotta do the sushi cast.
We should do a podcast where we just make Jiffy Pop the whole time.
A pop cast?
The whole time.
Yeah.
Just constantly keep making new things of Jiffy Pop.
Yeah, we just throw it out each time.
Yeah. We should just be doing different mundane activities.
Just throw it out in the pool.
We should do we have to when we do the sushi cast, we have to have a 4th mic because Cass really, really, really wants to do that with us.
That'd be cool.
How the fuck are we gonna do this? We could just record it on like a phone. It'd be like fuck quality. Just do fucking.
Or just record it on video and just take the fucking camera audio.
Yeah, you could.
And like have the mics around us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Turn the gain up. I don't know if that shit works. Crank it. Just crank the levels.
Crank the levels.
Hit the lever.
That's how it always works.
There's like I tried listening to sports podcasts. Those are rough.
I can't get into sports like media in general because like it feels like they're
That's
just all.
why I don't listen to Clear Shots.
Yeah.
Well, I mean when it's literally like.
But we're not like speculating
dudes
on like
from fucking ESPN or Fox Sports 1. Or,
I'm just fucking.
I think what it is
we've
like
heard that before. I don't give a fuck if you don't like sports. Fucking fast forward it, you fucking hicks. Get the fuck out.
Well,
of
the thing is that with YouTube you can double tap or whatever.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing you can fast forward.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is it's all on demand. We're not doing it live.
Yeah. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
No, but I can't get into. It's all those fucking analysts that just talk about the hypotheticals and what goes on off the field. It's like I don't care at all about any of this. I just want to see what they do in the fucking game. That's the thing about the NBA, and I've been saying that for a while. Is I can't get in the NBA because it feels like a lot of the shit happens off the court. All the drama and shit happens off the court, and that's what they focus on.
The NBA would be way better if they marketed it as the WWE. Like the way the WWE markets stuff, that's how the NBA should do it. But they take themselves way too seriously, which is fine. They're professional basketball players.
It's harder
but they're
to do
also
that.
so corny.
It's harder to build hype for a game that happens every other day or every day.
Especially when
in WWE you can have a 3-month build to a fucking match at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
and be like, well, here's like 3 different promos we're gonna put out to try and build this match.
They just need to have whatever team LeBron's on and Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
Like they'll do the whole hype up for 3 months because you know that they're gonna end up in it at the end.
Right? Yeah, that's
And that's
true.
the thing.
They should
and-
just build around
And
that.
like we're
They should
gonna
push #push Golden State.
I can hear people that I've talked to about this in the back of my head going, well, the Patriots make it to the Super Bowl all the time.
I can't
It's
hear
like,
him.
what's your point? You know,
It must not be that.
there's
loud,
never
'cause I
been.
can't hear
I
him.
hate him. But basically, it's like, you know, basketball. It's hard to get into a sport when even the diehard media analysts for that particular sport are like, there's no point because Golden State's that much better than everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like college football, I haven't really been paying attention to because
See-
Clemson and Alabama are that much better than everybody.
See, that's kind of what I like about baseball is that it doesn't get very intense in the media until like we get near the postseason.
Until like end of August,
And because of that, your
post All
team's
Star break.
your team's playing almost every day.
Yep.
And if you want to watch a game, chances are your team's playing that night.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be like, oh, fuck it, I'll just put on the game in the background.
And I've said this before, but playoff baseball is the best shit out there.
There's an intensity to baseball that you get because everything comes down to such a small amount of time.
Playoff hockey is close.
Playoff hockey is really cool.
Playoff hockey is great.
I like
because
hockey in general. I just don't fucking watch
The
it.
only teams that we get in our market are garbage,
Right.
which is a shame.
Mm.
We get Buffalo, we get the Islanders, the
Well,
Rangers,
I
and the
used to just
Devils.
watch the Stars because I used to like Mike Modano and those guys. What, back in fucking like 97 or 98 or some shit.
Yes.
That was the last time. Now, didn't Eric Cole also go to the
He won
Stars
this.
at some point?
He was.
He
on
played for the
was on Stars.
Hurricanes.
He won a cup with the Hurricanes, kind of. He was on the team. He was injured.
Yeah.
I don't think he played that. I think he played in the beginning of the postseason. I don't think he played in the finals.
The first thing he did was get a sub at Oswego Sub Shop.
Yeah.
Yep. Or whether he got it or not, it was named after.
They made it, yeah. I think the claim is that like that was what he always ordered, and like they
Yeah,
just made
and
it.
Al Roker always ordered the fucking Al Roker. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was like,
he goes in and he's like,
the
yeah,
Roker.
can I get the Al Roker? It was already on the menu before he even fucking.
I remember there was a.
He named himself after it.
What is? Does he work for? What is it? NBC? Or does he still work for
he's
him or
he's
no?
on the Today Show.
Okay, that's a
What-
good
whatever.
gig. That's
Yeah.
a good gig, dude.
Yeah.
That's a gig you want.
almost
Yep.
as good as The View.
I mean, I'd rather have the Today Show. I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Regis and Kelly? You ever watch that?
Uh,
Strahan was on there.
Well,
now
yeah,
was that before
Regis
Millionaire?
Regis retired. I think Kelly's still on it.
Is that before, during, or after Millionaire? That was
after
like,
Millionaire.
yeah.
Okay,
I think
'Cause I
I,
feel
think
like-
Phil Binns just retired.
Who was on?
dude. Millionaire with Regis is like,
Oh yeah, it was so good.
dude, it's fucking prime, dude.
What was the? Remember the one where the guy won it and he did the phone a friend and he called his dad and he goes, "Yeah, Dad, I don't need help with this question. I just want to let you know I'm about to win $1 million."
Yeah, that was the first guy
Ballsiest
who ever won it.
move ever.
Yep.
That's the best.
That was the
fucking
dude with the
shit.
glasses, right?
Yeah, the dude.
Dude, he was a savage. He
Yeah.
fucking just
Yep.
aced the shit. And he's
Yep.
like, yep, I'm just calling to tell you I'm winning $1 million. See ya. And then he goes,
See ya.
"Yep." See, final answer.
Oh my god, the
Oh.
balls on that guy,
Dude is
so
a
good.
monster.
So clutch.
And then they were like, let's up the difficulty.
Yep.
And nobody ever won again, right?
No,
There was a
there's been
couple
there's been like there's
There's
been
been
several,
quite a few, yeah.
but
They definitely went difficulty level up,
Yeah.
though.
They
Like-
crank the levels.
Yeah.
they even like changed like the scaling of how much money you get
Yeah.
based on.
It's like I could never really get past like $1,000. After that, I'm like, I don't know this much about Libya. Like, like
Yeah.
how do people know these things?
You ever watch like compilations of people getting the first question wrong?
Oh yeah.
Do you
yeah.
think those are plants? Do you think those are staged, or do you think
I don't. I
I
think people are
I think
genuinely
people are
stupid.
actually. Yeah.
I think there's
Well, not that stupid, but that just
the thing is the questions are
Stupid.
so
Uninformed.
the questions are never like
Sure.
there's no
retarded.
there's no topic. Like it could be anything. That's part of the problem. Is that you just have to be genuinely like your base has to be so wide. Like,
Yeah.
you just have to know.
Like if I got on Millionaire and the first question was just like, what's the name of, or this TV dad has been on Modern Family for 11 seasons, I'd be like, bye. I don't even think I could call anybody that would know that answer. But can you call someone?
Right. You'd have to have a phone a friend you'd have to have a bunch of smart dudes on your phone a friend for your lifeline to matter.
Yeah.
And then you have your ask the audience, and you're just asking a bunch of random Americans.
Yeah.
Which is dumb as fuck. Because you're probably not going to... I've seen times where they ask the audience and still get the shit wrong.
Yeah.
I was reading a trivia thing about... I don't remember what this...
We just need to do a Millionaire marathon, dude.
We
Fuck
should.
this.
I was reading this thing about... I think it was Russia.
We're going to watch the old Philbin episodes. So.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the only way.
There was a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in Russia, and they had to disable the Ask the Audience because they would intentionally pick the wrong answer. Like they would...
Just to fuck somebody over.
Yeah.
Even the 50-50 doesn't really help you that much.
Isn't it? I thought it 50-50...
Like, the thing that is bad about the 50-50 was, like, they would be like... They'd wait until the person's, like, thinking out loud, and
Right.
they would say, it's between these two. And then they do the 50-50.
And it takes away them
And then it
both.
takes away the two that they say
Yeah.
it's not. And it's just like,
Yeah.
well,
yeah.
it doesn't help me at all because I had it narrowed down to these two.
Yeah, it was
It's just
already
like,
50-50.
Why are you voicing these things aloud? Like,
Isn't it different
Oh my
now?
God.
I thought they got rid of
Right.
50-50.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think 50-50's
They
gone.
got one where you pick two answers now, isn't it? Instead of they take away 50-50, they let you
I have
choose
no
two
idea.
answers.
I don't know.
But, like, I'm pretty sure, like, the guy who runs it now was, like, one of the guys for, like, The Bachelor or whatever, like, as, like, that, like, host or whatever. And it's
What the
just like, I can't get into it.
It's still on.
Have you ever
Is
watched
it still
Ellen
on?
DeGeneres'
Like,
game show?
he's too pleasant. He's not, like,
Serious.
yeah, like, I feel like Regis would, like, you know, like, throw shade all the time.
Yeah. But
Simon
he also...
Cowell should be millionaire.
Yeah. No.
Gordon Ramsay.
I feel like...
Yes.
I feel like Regis was, like, neutral enough where, like, it was just
Who
perfect.
was the one that was that? Who was the chick after him? She had a weird name.
I don't remember. I didn't watch, like,
Something
any of that shit.
was it
after.
something Cornucopia?
Cornucopia?
Linda Cornucopia.
Cornucopia.
Yeah, have you ever watched Ellen DeGeneres' game show?
No. She does so much goddamn shit, dude.
Yeah.
God damn, that bitch has to have so much money.
She does.
Dude, did you see her newest stand-up special? All she does is talk about how much money she has. It's fucking hilarious.
Was it good?
It was pretty good.
I don't remember if I watched the newest one.
Because she
She's
came
got
back.
funny
I
money.
think I did actually. I think I was.
It was really good, and she fucking basically just talked shit about how she's rich and shit.
And she's married to like the sexiest woman of the early 2000s,
I don't know who it is actually.
Portia de Rossi.
Okay, she's named after
No, it's not spelled like that though.
No.
a fucking.
Her name is spelled like Portia de Rossi. Sounds like an Italian restaurant.
I feel
I'd
like
eat that.
Porsche. I feel like Porsches are fucking. Just,
Well, only if it was before she got all the work done. She kind of looks scary now.
I don't know. I don't know what she
You
looks
ever
like.
watch Arrested Development?
Yep.
She's the sister, the blonde lady from Arrested Development. That's Ellen's wife.
I still don't know.
Bet you didn't know that.
Nope.
Bet you didn't care. See, if I was on Millionaire and that was the first question, I get that one right.
Oh yeah.
They're like,
But that would be like a $8,000 question.
yeah, they're like, this banging blonde lesbian MILF was on Arrested Development. I'd be like, Portia de Rossi.
Yeah. who was on the first episode of Clear Shots podcast?
Portia de Rossi. Brian Familo. Be like, I don't know. What's the most popular type of M&M besides original? Peanut? Is it peanut? Do you think it's the pretzel ones?
I feel like it'd be peanut.
Peanut ones?
Oh, the like the actual like the genres of M&Ms.
Class. The class of M&Ms.
Definitely not caramel
No.
because those ones are terrible.
Oh, I had those the other day. They're so bad. They're just like They're like Milk Duds with a shell.
Yeah.
And I like Milk Duds.
Sour cream and onion M&Ms.
Salt and vinegar.
The peanut butter ones are actually really good.
Yeah, they are. I like the crispy ones the most.
Yeah, all right.
But salt and vinegar M&Ms would actually be pretty good. Like, honestly, because I eat chocolate with salt and vinegar chips like all the time. It's a good combo.
Why not like cheese ones? Chocolate cheese.
Cheese M&Ms. I've done chocolate and cheese before. It's good. Yeah. Like a nice, like a sharp white cheddar cheese.
Like an easy
with,
cheese
like,
or
dark chocolate.
Like a spray cheese?
Sure. let's do it. We'll make it a podcast.
It seems like
you ever dip hush puppies in chocolate? I did that once at a Golden Corral.
I've never had hush puppies. I don't think.
What are hush puppies?
I don't know what they are. They're good though.
Oh.
Isn't it like sort of like
it's like fried potato and stuff.
I think it's like a kind of like a cornbread but mixed with some other things.
Yeah. They're good.
Kind of, but
don't dip them in chocolate though. That's not good.
I think there's a small category of things you can dip in chocolate.
Onion rings? I would try that. Onion rings are good.
I mean, yeah, onion rings are good, but I don't know if they're good at chocolate.
That sounds disgusting.
Have you ever had chocolate covered potato chips?
I
don't think I have. Oh wait, yeah, maybe I have.
I have, but chocolate covered like corn chips are better.
That sounds good.
Like Fritos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With chocolate?
Yeah.
That's
that
a good
could
idea.
work, yeah.
I have Fritos and I have
it's
chocolate.
super good. Make it happen.
Yeah. No,
yeah, lock
Bring
that
it tonight.
I don't know. I had a good pizza yesterday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It was my dad made pizza, but I was gone. I was out of the house, so I ate the leftovers because I'm a scumbag. And plus,
Fair enough.
Nobody's gonna stop me.
Right.
But my dad, he did a pepperoni and cheese pizza, but he did like fresh Italian spices, like oregano and basil and stuff, but put it in the cheese instead of in the sauce. He put it like on top of the cheese. Yeah. It was different. It was good. It's like a traditional Italian pie. Do you like this? Do you like pepperoni under the cheese or on top of the cheese?
It's got to be on top. It has to.
I don't think it matters.
I think it has to be on top.
I like both.
Like
because the only
Villa does it underneath.
Yes,
yeah,
but that's the thing is like I don't so much like their pepperoni because it ruins their sauce, I think. It gets into their sauce a little bit, that pepperoni flavor does. I feel like if you keep it out of the sauce, it gives it the sauce flavor, and then you mix them both at the same time. You see what I mean? I think there's a concept to that.
I'm not buying it.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think their sauce is really good, so I feel like it needs to not have any sort of tampering.
One of my coworkers went to GJP the other day, and he was like, "I'm going to the pizza store. You want anything?" And I'm like,
"Pizza store."
Yeah, and I'm like, "Dude, just get me a slice of something." And
pizza, probably.
So, like
with a pie.
He comes back and he gives me this slice, and he says it's called like Grandma's pie or something like that.
All right.
And it's like it's supposed to be like a very like traditional style pizza, and like basically like it didn't have like a sauce underneath. It was like a garlicky sort of like thing underneath, and
Nothing
then
wrong with that.
The cheese was like laid on like thick, and then they had like the sauce sort of splashed across it.
Yeah.
On top, and it was super good.
That's wicked good.
I've never had a pizza with the sauce on top before. But
that actually sounds.
It worked because it wasn't the entire thing.
Yes.
It was just like streaks.
I feel like sometimes
Canales does that.
Sometimes it gets oversaturated.
You ever had pizza from Canales?
Only the like weird shit like the hamburger one that
Canales does do that.
What's his name would always bring home when he worked there? Wes.
Honestly, they have some of the best pizza around, I think.
Yeah, their pizza
it's kind of expensive.
They do light sauce under the cheese, and then on top of the cheese they have all the toppings. and then they
Their
put
chicken
sauce
wing
over
pizza
the-
is so goddamn good, but it's also like fucking $12.
I was gonna say the last time I got their pizza, I got just a pepperoni, like a large pepperoni pizza, and it was like $15.
It's expensive,
16
but
bucks.
it's not big either. It's
No,
like
if I'm gonna spend that much on one pizza, I'm getting.
it's like a Domino's size, medium size.
Well, Pizzavilla, you're never gonna pay that much for a pizza, really.
But
Like,
if I am gonna spend that much on pizza,
I'm just saying, like
yeah.
they're cheap compared to a lot of these other places.
Yeah, you can get a large pepperoni pizza for like $10, and it's so good.
And there's no way you're finishing it in one go. Where any other place, I could probably finish a pizza in one go.
Yeah, if you finish a Pizzavilla, like a large Pizzavilla pizza in one sitting, you're making a mistake. Because not only are you eating that whole thing in one sitting, but you're not eating it as leftovers.
Yeah,
And you're also
That's the best cold pizza
You're
in the
also
world.
not gonna take a shit for a while because there's so much fucking cheese on it.
Oh, dude, Pizzavilla pizza is serious. It gets me going. It gets me thriving.
like legitimately, like what I say to people when they ask me, like, "What's your favorite place to get pizza around here?" I say, I get a Pizzavilla pizza. I don't eat it at all until the next day. Like that leftover pizza is better than fresh pizza from them.
You're like, you know what? I
Like,
feel like I'm
even
gonna
if you
like. I feel
microwave
like I'm
it,
gonna
just
crave a pizza tomorrow.
Yeah,
just a little bit. Like if you have leftover Pizzavilla pizza, what I do is I'll eat 4 of the 8 slices that the night before. I'll eat 2 in one sitting, and then a couple hours later I'll eat another 2, right? And then I'll have 4 left over, right? So I put 3 of them in the microwave, and then while those are microwaving, I eat the 4th one cold.
Right,
Dude, there's a formula, and it's perfect.
right. Because then you get the best of all of them. Really,
You get a bit
the
of each.
microwaved shit is good though. I feel like
It is. You have to put it on like a low power though. As soon as I discovered low power levels on microwaves, it was game, set, fucking match. Give me the trophy.
Yeah.
Set it to like 70% and crank up the numbers a bit. You know, instead of 45 seconds on high, do
Right.
like
Give it a 60.
a minute 30 on 60.
I don't even microwave it.
You know, it's just you're better off getting a fucking toaster.
You can always
oven.
steam it in the dishwasher.
I'm just gonna eat it all cold.
Do you have a toaster oven?
Yes,
Do you
toaster
have a
ovens
toaster oven?
are the shit.
They are game changers.
Yeah,
Do you have an air fryer?
dude. Honestly, there's things
I don't
where
have, like, anything.
yes, I do have an air fryer,
great.
but there's the thing about toaster ovens
work
where
on
like
that.
sometimes you could have leftovers and have it be better than the original just because it makes everything crispy again,
Yep.
like it's fresh out of the fucking.
And it
oven.
might even be more crispy than when you had it the first
Yes, and it changes the flavor, like the profile.
Well, you know what I learned too is I learned how to reheat leftover pizza on a skillet, like cook it on the stove.
Yeah. Yeah.
We talked about this before.
As long as it gets hot, dude, it'll work.
Well, what you do is you cook it on the skillet on like 4 for a couple minutes until the crust gets as crispy as possible, and then you lower the temperature down to like 2, and you take a little bit of water, throw it on the pot or on the skillet, and put the lid on it, and then it steams up, and then it gets
The lid.
the lid, and then it steams up underneath the lid. And so the crust finishes getting crispy, and then you steam up the cheese and the toppings, and they don't get too,
Right.
they get gooey and they get hot from the steam.
Thing is, you can customize things.
If
when
you're
you
listening,
when you reheat them.
for the listeners / viewers, write down what I just said about how to cook your pizza on the skillet. I'll leave directions in the description.
Yeah.
No,
You can
won't.
thank me later. Yeah, fuck you.
Step by step direction. The thing is, like, you can customize.
It's enough that I said it.
Yeah.
You fucking hicks.
Timestamp that. You can customize your pizza when you want to reheat it though. Like you could sprinkle some cheese on the crust or whatever. You know, like you could figure things out.
Well, you know what I do, and
Oh, yeah.
when I make pizza, I take a little bit of cinnamon, and I put a little bit of cinnamon on the crust mixed in with the spices.
Cinnamon.
You're a monster.
You tried it?
No, I'm just
good.
fucking around. Dude.
It's good. It gets it like crispier.
Yeah, it gives it like a cinnamon taste.
I mean, you don't really taste the cinnamon because it's superseded by like the hot spices and the oregano and shit and garlic.
But it needs to be there.
It gets it crisped up more. I don't know what else to use. I like cinnamon. I sprinkle it on everything. It's good for you too. So is
Yeah.
cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper I'll use sometimes. Put that in my crust when I make a pizza.
I feel like at a certain point when you're making a pizza, it's like you don't really have to worry about what's good for you. You know? Like there's a threshold. I think you've passed at a certain point.
I mean, pizza is a vegetable.
Yeah, it is.
But cayenne pepper is good, though, if you're a bitch.
All right, let's take a break. Pizza is pretty much where you can cut it off.
Yeah.
Clear Shots is available on any of your favorite podcast platforms. ClearShotsPodcast.com is the best place to find all of our social media links. You can find us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at ClearShotsPod. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.